capitalism and pollution.
So, right now, we're seeing an historic assault on all workers' rights, and none are facing harsher, more concentrated attacks than our immigrant siblings. Some of what I'm going to talk about is going to echo what Alfredo has already said. I can keep going? Okay. But I want to go into a little more detail to illustrate how the U.S. immigration system is intentionally designed for the super exploitation of immigrant workers by the rich. The goal of that system is to create an atmosphere of fear, desperation, and reliance upon that system, which is difficult to navigate and easy to be trapped in. One major example is the guest worker programs such as H-2A and H-2B, which allow businesses to import, as they put it, seasonal workers, making them entirely reliant on their employers. They are forced to work for low wages in dangerous conditions, and because the programs restrict workers to their specific jobs and allow them to be fired and deported for any reason, it becomes difficult for guest workers to organize and fight back. Employers ignore what few rules there are, pay guest workers pennies, and force them to work under brutal, often fatal conditions. In the last decade, farm workers with H-2A visas have come in record numbers. Many of them are preyed upon by recruiters who charge illegal fees and use their debt to control them, trapping them in low-wage jobs and oftentimes literally working them to death, forcing them to work without water or work breaks, all while being extremely underpaid by their employers. And these are the workers who literally feed our entire country. Meanwhile, the H-2B program lets the rich fill jobs in other sectors, ranging from seafood processors here in Louisiana to healthcare workers to a wide range of construction jobs. Attorney General Jeff Landry, who I believe it's already been mentioned is running for governor, has spent his political career spreading anti-immigrant hate. It was revealed in 2020 that he used the H-2B program to exploit hundreds of workers through construction companies that he and his brother own. Like many corporations that take advantage of these programs, Landry's companies were part of an elaborate scheme involving a shady recruiter in Houston and falsified documents. So Landry made himself much richer off of the labor of immigrants while spreading hate and division, knowing that the lies that he was spreading only made it easier to make that profit. The right wing claims that the problem with these programs is that immigrants replace non-immigrant workers. But the truth is, the super rich in this country created this program so that they could treat human beings like expendable slaves that they buy and sell, using them and discarding them whenever they want to. It's not our immigrant siblings who intentionally fire or don't hire workers, but the rich parasites who use unemployment as a weapon against us. The lies they tell about immigrant workers are designed to divide us so we can't stand up against their capitalist greed. Things are absolutely no better for undocumented workers. The constant threat of ICE is a weapon against any attempts to fight for better conditions. As many here may recall, the Hard Rock Hotel collapse that killed an immigrant worker, a white worker, and a black worker was not an unexpected event. An undocumented construction worker named Delmar Joel Ramirez Palma, was deported for repeatedly blowing the whistle on the unsafe conditions of the construction site. The developer used ICE as their enforcers to silence him. His story is absolutely not unique. ICE and the Border Patrol have a long history of terrorizing immigrant workers who speak out. And all immigrant workers, truly, but especially those who speak out. And then there are the detention centers, which, as Alfredo rightly said, are concentration camps for immigrant workers. These are mostly privately owned, for-profit prisons. And as was said, in Louisiana, there are more of these than any other state besides Texas. These centers hold thousands of immigrant workers from all over the world, especially Latino, Caribbean, and African workers. And in Louisiana, most of these centers are owned by Geo Group, another one of the corporations that Alfredo mentioned, who has been subject to multiple class action suits for the treatment of detainees. Just this week, Geo Group was sued for using chemicals that have caused severe illnesses amongst detainees. And another recent class action suit was filed by 40,000 people, charging that the corporation used detainees for forced labor in Colorado, meaning literally slavery. Similar conditions exist in these privately owned concentration camps around the country. And many of those who are kept in these facilities have been children, which was widely reported in 2020, but has been curiously absent from the media for the last several years. To put that in very specific numbers, Geo Group made $172 billion in profits off their detention centers last year. That's up 144% from 2021. This is what we mean by super exploitation. They make billions by forcing immigrants to work for nothing in the worst conditions imaginable. These are workers who have often left their home countries because of U.S. sanctions, wars, and bombings. But whatever the reason they've come here, they're taken by the Border Patrol or ICE to detention centers where they face abuse by guards, high rates of COVID, and separation from their families. In some cases, women have been subjected to forced hysterectomies. And trans and immune-compromised detainees have been murdered by being kept in solitary, freezing conditions. The capitalists would have us believe that the people they are detaining are criminals, or that they have come to the U.S. to take the jobs of U.S. foreign workers. But the truth is, the capitalists have intentionally turned the immigration system into a system that allows the rich to use people and throw them away. All to drive down wages and to save money by not providing even basic necessities like water or safety for their workers, all in the name of profit. As the old saying goes, an injury to one is an injury to all. When immigrant workers are enslaved or forced to work for sub-minimum wage, when they are coerced into accepting terrible working conditions, the wages and conditions of all workers worsen. If the bosses believe that they can import cheaper labor from other countries, They use that as leverage against workers here to discourage organizing for better conditions. The only answer to this is solidarity. The answer is not to close the borders, but to make conditions here better for all workers, especially our immigrant siblings. We need a united front against anti-immigrant hate and against the rich who exploit our immigrant siblings. We can't listen to the lies of people like Jeff Landry. We have to know that he and his rich backers are our real enemies. Thank you.
Thank you so much.